Michael Jordan, fail until you fly. Imagine a teenage boy walking down the hallway of his high school, sneakers squeaking on the polished floor, heart pounding as he scans the team roster pinned to the gym wall. He leans in and reads each line twice. His name is missing. For a moment, the noise of the building fades, and all he can hear is his breath and the tiny creak of paper under a thumb that does not find what it wants. Michael Jordan has just been cut from the varsity team. For a young dreamer, that single moment can feel like a door slamming shut, a future shrinking, a voice whispering that maybe the dream was foolish after all. Yet somewhere inside that silence, a different thought begins to form. What if this is the beginning, not the end? Welcome to Learn English Listening. I am Lydia, your guide through real stories that build motivation and also strengthen your English step by step. Today, we explore how one painful rejection became the spark for relentless practice, unshakable belief, and a career that changed sports culture across the world. This is not a highlight reel. It is a map you can hold in your own hands, a way to turn your own setbacks into momentum. Before we go deeper, I would love to hear from you. What part of the world are you in as you hear this story? Imagine you are standing at that same hallway wall, reading the list again and again, cheeks warm with embarrassment, mind racing with questions. Am I not good enough? Did they notice my mistakes? What happens to my dream now? Maybe you have felt something similar in a missed promotion, a stalled project, or a goal that kept slipping away no matter how hard you tried. Here is the promise of this episode. We will not romanticize failure, but we will respect it as a teacher. You will learn simple English phrases that help you think with courage, and you will hear how Jordan used disappointment as fuel. Because sometimes the first no is not the end of the road. It is the first bend in a longer path. If you are ready, take a breath, square your shoulders, and let us begin the climb together. After being cut from the varsity team, Michael Jordan walked home with heavy steps. His mother remembers how he shut himself in his room and cried. The sting of rejection was sharp, but instead of letting it bury him, he let it burn inside. He decided to use that fire as motivation. Each morning before school and each evening after homework, he would head to the backyard hoop, practicing jump shots and free throws until darkness hid the rim. Sweat turned into routine, and routine turned into progress. Failure was not erased, but it was reshaped into fuel. If you think about your own life between the ages of 25 and 40, perhaps you feel a similar weight. This stage of life is full of pressures: building a career, supporting a family, comparing your progress with friends or coworkers. Some days, no matter how hard you try, the results feel invisible. You keep showing up, but you wonder if anyone notices. That was Jordan's reality too. While others saw a boy who did not make the team, he was quietly becoming relentless. Every missed shot became practice for the next one. Every insult became a reason to push harder. Let me ask you something. Do you sometimes feel like life is moving faster than you can catch up? It is a question many people in this age group face. Bills, deadlines, and expectations pile up, and you feel like you are running after a train that will not slow down. But the truth is, you are not powerless. You can slow your breath, focus on the work in front of you, and trust that consistency will carry you forward. Jordan did not suddenly leap into greatness. He built it one shot, one day, one habit at a time. Rejection is not a wall. It is a mirror. It shows you where you are, and it dares you to decide who you want to become. For Jordan, the reflection showed a boy who could either quit or rise. He chose to rise, and that choice changed everything. The world often sees success as a shining trophy, but the real secret is usually hidden in the shadows of failure. Michael Jordan once explained, "I've failed over and over, and that is why I succeed." That sentence might sound simple, yet it contains the hidden key to his greatness. It wasn't about talent alone. It was about embracing mistakes, learning from them, and refusing to let them define him. Failure became his training ground, not his prison. The first phrase we can learn here is bounce back. In English, this means recovering quickly after a setback. Think of a ball hitting the ground. It does not stay there. It bounces back into the air. Jordan lived this phrase. Every missed shot was an opportunity to bounce back with sharper focus, tighter skills, and deeper determination. You too can practice this. When you face a setback at work, remind yourself, I can bounce back. It shifts your mind from despair to resilience. The second phrase is the one Jordan himself repeated, I've failed over and over. Instead of hiding from his mistakes, he admitted them and turned them into teachers. In your English learning, maybe you mispronounce words or forget grammar rules. Instead of shame, see it as training. Each mistake is not a verdict, but a stepping stone. The third phrase is relentless. This word means never giving up, no matter the obstacle. Jordan was relentless. He practiced when no one was watching, ran drills until his body ached, and pushed beyond comfort. Being relentless is not about never feeling tired. It is about refusing to stop, even when tiredness whispers that you should. The hidden key, then, is not perfection, but persistence. Failure will visit for all of us. But if we can bounce back, accept that we've failed over and over, and stay relentless, then success becomes not a question of if, but of when. Years later, Michael Jordan entered the NBA, carrying with him the weight of expectation and the lessons of rejection. The spotlight was harsh. Every move broadcast to millions, every mistake magnified. Yet in those moments when pressure crushed most players, Jordan seemed to transform it into fuel. There are countless memories etched in sports history. The buzzer beaters where the ball left his hands in the final second, the crowd holding its breath, and then the explosion of cheers as the shot dropped perfectly through the net. It was not magic. It was the visible result of relentless practice and a mindset carved by failure. One unforgettable moment came during the NBA Finals when Jordan played through exhaustion and illness. Viewers saw a man drenched in sweat, body weakened, but spirit unbroken. That game became legendary, a living testament that greatness is not born in comfort, but in the ability to rise above limits. He showed the world that strength is not the absence of struggle, but the choice to continue despite it. Let me pause here and ask you something. If tomorrow gave you a fresh start, what would you do differently? This is not a question only about basketball. It is about your daily habits. Would you wake earlier, take more risks, or practice a new skill without fear of failing? Just as Jordan used every day as a chance to push forward, you too have that choice. What makes this climax powerful is not the trophies or titles, but the transformation. A boy once told he wasn't good enough had now become the face of persistence for the entire world. The cheers of millions were loud, but the louder voice was inside him, the one that had refused to quit years earlier. That voice carried him from rejection to glory. Think of life as a vast garden. Some seasons bring sunshine, growth, and blossoms. Other seasons bring storms that bend branches and strip away leaves. Michael Jordan's early rejection was a storm. Yet instead of destroying the tree, the storm forced his roots to grow deeper. He discovered that true strength comes not from avoiding failure, but from standing firm when the wind howls the loudest. Each missed shot was like a seed dropped into the soil. At first, it looked useless, buried, and forgotten. But over time, those seeds sprouted into discipline, courage, and mastery. By the time the world saw Jordan soaring through the air, what they really saw was a harvest born from years of planting through struggle. Your own setbacks can be seen the same way. Maybe you feel the weight of being overlooked at work, or the frustration of learning a new skill and stumbling again and again. Instead of treating those moments as proof that you are not enough, what if you reframe them as seeds? With time, water, and patience, seeds grow into fruit. The same is true for effort, even when results are not immediate. Healing begins when we stop seeing failure as a label and start seeing it as a teacher. Jordan did not erase the pain of rejection. He transformed it. You can too. The garden of your life is still growing, and storms do not end growth. They prepare you for a stronger tomorrow. Michael Jordan's story is not just about basketball. It is about resilience written across a lifetime. From the boy left off a high school roster to the man lifting championship trophies, his path was never straight. It curved through rejection, wound through exhaustion, and climbed over doubt. Each step was proof that failure is not final. It is the raw material of growth. Now the question turns to you. At this moment, you stand between comfort and growth. Which path will you take? You may not face a stadium of fans, but you face decisions each day that shape your future. Will you choose to stay where it feels safe, or will you push yourself into the unknown, risking mistakes in order to build something greater? The choice, as always, is yours. Think about your own crossroads. If you are learning English, will you shy away from speaking because of small errors? Or will you be relentless in practice until fluency blooms? If you are chasing a dream, will you stop at the first no, or will you bounce back and try again? Jordan's journey whispers the answer. Failure can wound, but it can also lift. If this video gave you something meaningful, share it with someone who needs encouragement today, and subscribe to keep walking with us on this journey of English and self-growth. Your story, like Jordan's, is still being written.